Good morning. It's Tuesday, November 29th, 2022. And let's see, it's almost 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So as we can see, the markets are going down, just as we had mentioned earlier. In fact, this one had broke my alert. I had an alert set here in the NASDAQ, and it broke that. And this is coming close to this alert here. Same thing with the Dow. And I'm sure in the next couple days, this market's gonna be breaking a bunch of my alerts and my stocks as well. So, okay, so again, there's not a whole lot to say other than, the market's doing what we expected it to do, or what we assumed it was going to do, just based on the sentiment of the market. We're still in a bear market. There's no indication at all that we're back in the bull market. So you can see this is real time that the the S&P is going down quite a bit here. Same thing with the NASDAQ. NASDAQ's down 146 points. The ES is down 27 points. And the Dow's down 173. So, actually it's not very much. I mean, this can go way down. NASDAQ can go down 400 points today if it wanted to. And same thing with the ES. This thing's it's down about 25 points. It can go down another 100 points. It's possible it can do that today. So these markets are just at the very beginning on their way down. Again, I don't know what my strategy is. As soon as this comes back in here, I might start buying puts, but it actually depends on where this market is. If this one's close to the bottom, then I might not buy the puts yet. That means that we're going to be expecting a bounce somewhere down here to come up, turn around, and then eventually break down. So Santa Claus rally, I don't know if that's going to happen. It could. But again, these markets can go way down here in the next couple weeks, and then we get that little Santa Claus rally to come and bump up against this before it turns around again. So that's all possible. We'll have to see how the rest of this week plays out. I think this is an important week for the markets, meaning that we are getting close to that, to Christmas. And of course, nothing happens from the 20th to the 1st of 2023. Markets tend to be pretty light at that time, but there's a lot that can happen between now and the 20th of December. So we'll see how that goes. As it starts getting closer, I'll have more of an idea of when eventually these markets are going to break down. So here's the NASDAQ. The reason why I'm following the NASDAQ is because it seems to be the leader in going down. And although the Dow was kind of the leader in going up, it's still a bear market. So it doesn't really count for me, because I know that once that Dow hit that double top, let's see here, Dow Jones right here, it's going to come zooming down. And probably bounce around in here before it breaks here. And at this point, I'm not sure if it's going to break this line this year. Might do it next year. But definitely I believe it's going to come all the way down to this and then bounce back. At least that's what I'm feeling right now. And the S&P looks like definitely it's going to come down here, and there's like I said, the markets, they come down and they bounce and they go up. So when this comes down, it's going to bounce, especially with this line. There's a big support line, and then come back up. So as far as the stocks, this is Apple, and Apple looks like it's coming back down again. Again, this is the big line of support here. It starts breaking down in here, which eventually will. Then it's going to start taking off down, and then we're going to continue this bear market in a big way. You got Amazon. Amazon's back on its way down again. It's gonna might hit my alert today. And then this is the low here. And max 1 day. So again, how far is Amazon going to go? Well, it's down to $20. Sure, it can go down to 20, even below that. But like I said, once it breaks this very important line right here, it's going to start coming down pretty fast, I believe, once it starts breaking this. And then it's going to be in no man's land here, and it'll follow the rest of the market. We'll see how far the market goes down, but I can see it going under $20 by the time this is all over with. We got Tesla. Same thing with Tesla. It's getting close to this line. Once it starts breaking that, it's down in this area, and it can just free fall all the way back down into, maybe even $40. Hard to believe it was up to $400, but that's what happened in 2000. A lot of these stocks were at even some of them $600, and they wound up going into the single digits. And since this time it's twice as extreme, it should be twice as extreme as all the other markets in history, including 1929, that these are way oversold, and we have 4 bubbles. Never in history have we ever had that. So I don't see why these markets wouldn't just go all the way back down, into the single digits, and then start up all over again. That's how it works. But by the time it comes all the way back up to here, it could be 20, 30 years. It could be a long time for that to happen. But we'll see. We'll see what's going on. That's too far in the future to project. But I definitely would not be a long-term trader in this kind of market, because we're going down. Now, once it gets down into these levels down here, and once we hit bottom, then you start riding it up, because now we're back in a bull market. But that might not happen for several years. In the meantime, all this has to be all washed out and cleaned up, and then ready for a new bull market. But that might not happen for maybe even 5 years. These people that are in for long term, they don't realize that long term doesn't work. And one reason is most people, the majority of the people, buy when the market's already made 70% of its move. So a lot of people bought in this area, and they rode it up to here, and now it's down here. And they're thinking they're going to wait till it comes back up. Well, that's not going to happen. Couple reasons. One, because this is going to be a complete washout. Never in history are we going to experience anything like this. Even 1929. This should be bigger than that. But the problem is, when people start buying close to the top at 70% of its run, that means they have to wait till it comes back. But they're dealing with a couple things here. One is inflation, and the other one is taxes. So by the time it does even come back to their break-even point, they've already lost money due to inflation and taxes. Just that alone. And then for it to come back up, they might have to wait 20 years. And then they lost money. It makes no sense. Makes no sense for me because I understand the market. But for other people, the majority, I guess they just bought into that buy and hold. And the people that I see that are talking buy and hold comparing to how it beats the S&P, they're not including inflation and taxes and time, how long it takes to go up there, and when the person bought. That's a big one. Most people don't buy down here, they buy up here. So this market is set up so that these people have been trading for a long time. They know what they're doing, and they know how to get your money, and that's their objective. It's buy and sell. They want to buy down here, and they want to sell down here. And when it wipes everybody out, they're going to buy what you just lost. They're going to buy this is a game. That's what it is. And I've been doing this for about 24 years now, and this is something I've seen over and over again. And make no mistake about it, these people, they know what they're doing that run this show. So for all you people that are long-term, just keep that in mind. That doesn't work. It never did, unless you're Warren Buffett and you have hundreds of millions of dollars that you can be underwater for 5 or 10 years. He doesn't care. He's a billionaire. So, okay, I think that's it. Okay, so back to the ES. Again, we're in a bear market. See this line going down? It's a bear market. This market's been hanging on and hitting this line. Again, pretty close here, and now on its way back down. So, like I said, once it breaks this line and starts going down, we're pretty much in a free fall at that point. And that would be a good time for people to get out. They should have got out. These long-term buyers should have got out in here, actually. And it doesn't really matter. I have friends that are long-term and they have their retirement funds. They're going to lose all that. And no matter how much I tell them, they're still going to stick to it. There's something about our human nature where we just stick to losing things, losing trades, losing relationships, just losing. And I guess I can understand that because I was like that at the beginning. I just didn't want to give up. And so, again, these markets are set up. There's people behind this. They know what they're doing. They know human nature. They know people are not going to give up. They're going to hang on until they have their last penny. And this has been going on for hundreds of years. It hasn't changed. And it's happening now again. So, okay, so that's it for today. We'll talk tomorrow. We'll see where this market ends up. And that's it. Okay, talk to you tomorrow.